Hello and welcome to another video. Today I have this tile and marble repair kit. I'm going to use it to repair some joints in my granite that are now cracking. So as you can see, there was some filler material that was used in the past, but it's cracking now. You can see that along here as well as there. And then this one looks okay, and this one looks actually pretty good. But on the other side, there's another one that's cracking. So I'm going to need to fill that in so that we don't have further cracking and separation here. So let's see what's in the kit. The kit comes with a couple of colors to make whatever color paste you want. So it gives you all the colors you can make out of the things given. Inside you have some sanding papers, some wood sticks to apply, some putty knife to flatten that out. So it comes with essentially the whole kit to do your job. Comes with some gloves as well. There's an instruction manual, so it kind of talks you through everything. Okay, so these are the colors you can make. So it seems like I bought the brown and the black series, and you kind of just the actual material is white. So as you mix the different colors, you come up with the shades you want. So I need sort of this lighter brownish shade, so that's why I bought this kit, but you can buy different color kits. Looking at the so this is tape to kind of prevent you from doing any overages. So they give you stickers, they give you these toothpicks to press the material inside into the cracks. You mix it onto any container and then apply it with the wooden sticks, and then smooth it out with the plastic scraper that they provide. So there's an A and a B that you mix to activate the product. And then once you're done, you remove these stickers and kind of just buff it out after it's cured for 24 hours, and then you let it dry completely. So it's an easy process. The kit comes with essentially everything. All right, let's go ahead and do the process. So I have this little lid to mix the material, but before that, we're gonna go ahead and go through the steps as given in the instructions. So I'm gonna get this protective tape, put it on to protect the sides, because you don't want to smear it all over. You kind of want to just put it on the affected area with a little bit of overage so that you can sand it down. They give you 4 of these stickers. I mean, I could have probably just cut it in half. Maybe I'll do that for the other one and save it for future projects, or you can just use any sort of painter's tape that you have, masking tape. Okay, so now that we have this taped, I'm going to open up component A and B. There's a little cap on top to prevent it from drying. As you can see, the components themselves are white, so as they mix with your different agents, they remain white. So you don't really need too much, but you need enough to like kind of mix. And then don't mix the sticks. So you want to, don't put this stick in here, otherwise that's going to activate the product. So you need equal parts of both. Okay, and now you can kind of mix them together. And you need some paint. So I'm going to go with the gray. Or you can mix multiple colors to get that brownish color you might need, grayish brown. So you just add a little bit of the color and see where you're getting. You can add more as needed. So you want to mix it really well. You don't want any streaks. As my stone here has hues of brown, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of brown to it and see how that works. And they do give you a lot of the components. So if you're unhappy with what you're creating, you can always try a new, or you can always start from the beginning. I added some more black to get it a little bit darker. This part is more art than science, and so you need to have a good eye for the color. Okay, it's looking pretty close to what is here. The base here is a pretty dark brown, so I think maybe a little bit more black and I'll be there. Okay. So this is the color I have, and what I'm doing is using a toothpick to kind of push it into the little crevices, and then I'll use more of the wooden stick to kind of push it in. You also have a provided putty knife, so you can use that after, but I'm just trying to get it into the crevices as much as possible. Okay, once you have a good amount on there, make sure you go ahead and go around the curves. So the bottom, if it cracks, it usually cracks all the way to the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and join the bottom part of it as well. Okay, so then you can use a putty knife to kind of push more in. As you can see, the stone is slightly uneven. So actually the putty knife helps you make it even. And then you can obviously sand afterwards to make it as flat as the rest of the stone, so there is no transition point. So this other joint, you can see as well that there is a leveling issue. So maybe one of the stones settled or one of the cabinets settled and it's uneven. So we're gonna again fill it in as much as we can. So on this stone, even on the bottom, I'm seeing a lot of area where there is a gap, there's a hole. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure, using the putty knife, I'm gonna apply some of that component there. If you're worried about overage, what you can do is while it's still wet, go ahead and peel off the tape. Make sure it didn't get underneath it, underneath the tape, because while it's still wet, it's going to be fairly easy to just go ahead and wipe it off. So we have very clear lines here. Okay, so I've actually wiped off most of the excess after removing the tape. It does have a little greenish tint to it, which I'm hoping will go away. But on here, as you can see, it's kind of sunk into the crack itself. So you got to leave it for 24 hours to cure, and then it should be ready to sand. Although I haven't left anything to sand on this side, and on this side, I left just a little bit by where the angle is, which I'll sand off later, but I needed to fill it in completely because there was a bigger hole here. Okay, so it's been over 20 hours or so, and it looks wet, but I try to poke it with my nail and it doesn't move, so it's dry, it's just a little glossy. But it looks good from here. This crack is completely filled in. On the other side, it's filled in as well. So as you can see with my nail, it doesn't move, it's completely hardened. I will have to sand it down a little bit. I do think that the color turned out to be a little green, so you do have to play around. So what I'm gonna do before I sand it down is probably put a layer of gray, as on the other side this looks a little grayish. So I'm gonna put on a little bit of a grayer layer on top and then sand it down so that I can match it a little bit better. But as far as hardness and filling in the gaps, it works really well. As you can see, there's still a divot there, so I have space to put more on top. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.